of when you think of Memphis? Barbecue, Elvis, and Beale Street, right? I mean, it makes sense. But what if I told you the home of blues, soul, and rock and roll was also home to a vibrant art scene, beauty shops turned into restaurants, and the craziest snow cone I have personally ever tasted? So I'm going to be taking you through this truly historic and vibrant, diverse city in today's video, showing you some of my favorite spots to hang out at on a long weekend in Memphis. So let's get cracking, shall we? Before we get into the list, I did just want to give you a little bit of history and some information that I think would be helpful to you before you visit Memphis. But if you're tight for time and you want to get right into my list, then you can head to this timestamp right here. Ooh, and if you want to follow in my footsteps and go on your own Memphis adventure, I've organized this list into your perfect 4-day Memphis itinerary with the help of Memphis Travel. I'll drop the link to that in the description of this video if you want to check it out. You'll find Memphis in the southwest corner of Tennessee, along the shores of the Mississippi River, bordering Arkansas and Mississippi. This soulful city is steeped in history and dripping in culture. When it comes to music, there's absolutely no place like Memphis. And if you ask anyone, they'll tell you American music history was made in Memphis. Speaking of, number 1, head over to Sun Studio, often referred to as the birthplace of rock and roll. Music legends like Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and B.B. King all at one point in time walked through that door right there. And we're about to follow in their footsteps. Come on. You'll find all sorts of cool memorabilia inside the studio, and even catch some outtakes from recording sessions. Now, the studio is open every day and offers 45-minute guided tours every hour. Or if your vocal cords are up to snuff, mine were not, you can book a recording session once the studio closes down. Number 2, check out these sick rides at Edge Motor Museum. Do you like my sweet ride? You guys, this is Memphis's only car museum, and it showcases the evolution of the American sports car from post-war to '74. And I think this car just speaks to me, so I will be taking it home right now. That's cool, right? How do we start this thing? The tours are self-guided with knowledgeable docents there to answer any questions that you might have. Oh, and a hot tip for you, the museum is just a 2-minute walk down the street from Sun Studio, so I'd combine the two if I were you. Number 3, take a tour of the Victorian Village. You'll feel as if you've stepped back in time as you stroll through what was once referred to as Memphis's Millionaire's Row. You'll want to head over to Adams Avenue, and that's where you'll find this row of mega mansions, one more beautiful than the next. Take a tour, bop inside one of these historic homes, or just wander aimlessly. But just a heads up, a common side effect of visiting this area is major home envy. You know, I could really see myself living here. But since I don't have a cool $1 million sitting in my bank account just yet, I think it's time to check out a more realistic and just as fabulous place to call home for the rest of the weekend, which brings me to number 4, check in to the Memphian. You'll find this funky, colorful hotel in the heart of Overton Square, which perfectly blends the unconventional vibe of the neighborhood with quintessential Southern hospitality. From the moment you walk through the front doors, you're greeted by vibrant colors, funky artwork, this insane chandelier, and a sense that surprises are around every corner. Now, these rooms are an absolute dream. I love how the hotel really kind of mixes bold patterns and this blush pastel pink on the walls. Totally my vibe. But my absolute favorite part of this entire room is this incredible vanity setup, which makes getting ready in the morning so fabulous. Grab a bite to eat at Complicated Pilgrim, the hotel's lobby restaurant that serves up breakfast and dinner with a side of seriously cool artwork. Like, how do I take all of this home with me? Number 5, go for a stroll in the Broad Avenue Arts District. This area used to be just full of vacant storefronts and has now been reinvigorated and is home to more than 70 local businesses, boutiques, restaurants, and art galleries. One of my favorite places that we popped into is called Falling Into Place, and they have everything from candles, jewelry, cards, little knickknacks that make for the perfect souvenirs, and a lot of the items in the shop are locally made. Oh, and don't forget to snap a photo at some of the murals in the area. Once you're done exploring, I've got the perfect place to kick up your feet and relax. Which brings me to number 6, grab a drink or a bite to eat at the liquor store, which actually used to be, you guessed it, an abandoned liquor store that's now been turned into this funky fun diner/bar that serves up all-day breakfast, craft cocktails, and Latin-inspired dishes. I ordered the Paloma because I live by the life motto that it is always 5 o'clock somewhere, and you absolutely have to try their biscuit beignets with a little bit of the dulce de leche on top. Not only is the food fantastic, but the tropical Miami vibes and colorful cocktails make for quite the killer Instagram shot, my friends. Number 7. Bop on over to the infamous Beale Street. Things are about to get funky because we are here for Bike Night on Beale, which is when motorcycle enthusiasts descend on this iconic street to show off their sick set of wheels. So let's go check them out. It is all about bragging rights and peacocking to see who has the best motorcycle, and I think this one would be mine. Don't forget to leave some time to pop into some of the bars and restaurants along Beale Street. Silky O'Sullivan's is a place I've been frequenting since college, but don't expect me to spill any secrets from the good old days. Because what happens at Silky's stays at Silky's. Oh, you can catch this event every Wednesday night from April through September. Number 8. Catch a show at Hernando's Hideaway. There is absolutely nothing I love more than a fabulous drag show, and I have heard that the Country Drag Review at Hernando's Hideaway is not to be missed and also world famous. So let's go see what it's all about. I gotta be honest with you. As someone who isn't the biggest country music fan, I loved every second of this show. Honestly, like, what is it about drag queens that they just know how to make everything so much more fun? Now, the live performances are constantly on rotation at Hernando's Hideaway, so to see what's on deck during your visit to Memphis, be sure to check their website. Number 9, enjoy some fabulous afternoon tea at 17 Berkshire. Like a rose petal in my mouth. Colorful cakes, macaroons as light as air, and tea served in some of the most dainty, delicate china I have ever seen. Stepping into this patisserie feels like something that's straight out of Emily in Paris. I wanted to include this location on the list to show you that Memphis isn't just all about blues and barbecue. It's got bits of bougie too. But just remember, pinkies up. Number 10. Walk across the Mississippi River. Remember at the beginning when I said that Memphis was really close to Arkansas? Well, you can literally walk there via the Big River Crossing, which just so happens to be the longest pedestrian bridge across the Mississippi River. Hot tip for you, I'd make the journey in the morning or right when the sun is setting, just in case you want to beat the heat. Number 11, visit the National Civil Rights Museum, located in the historic Lorraine Motel, the site where civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in 1968. A visit to this museum is a profoundly powerful experience. Inside, you'll be taken on a journey as you learn about the history of slavery in America, the foundations of the resistance, all the way to current efforts in the fight for equality today. Millions of people from around the world have come to learn about civil rights history, and in my opinion, this is an essential stop on any trip to Memphis. Number 12, grab a bite to eat at the Beauty Shop restaurant. Located in the heart of the Cooper Young Entertainment District, this former 1940s-style beauty salon traded in its hair dye for hot plates, full of American classics with a bit of a twist. Let me hit you with a bit of history. Before this was a restaurant, this was actually the location where Priscilla Presley used to come and have her hair done. Which, now that I think about it, could probably use a little do myself. Number 13, visit the home of the king of rock and roll. You guys didn't think we'd come to Memphis and not visit Graceland, did you? The list of ways you can soak up all things Elvis can honestly be a bit overwhelming. But even for casual Elvis fans, I recommend a visit to the Graceland Mansion, where Elvis lived from 1957 to 1977. From the living room to the jungle room and even the billiards room, which, fun fact, took 3 men 10 days to cut, pleat, and hang almost 350 yards of fabric, this home is a total vibe. Now, be sure to give yourself enough time to fully explore all that Graceland has to offer. Number 14, treat yourself to one of Jerry's famous snow cones. Now, this colorful joint is a Memphis institution. And while Jerry's doesn't claim to have invented the snow cone, they have, however, created the Sno Cone Supreme, which is essentially a snow cone with ice cream on top. There's more than 70 different flavors, I counted, and it really runs the gamut in terms of flavor profile. Now, I went with a combo of mango and pink lemonade, mostly because I like those flavors, but also because it matches my outfit, just being honest. So I think we need to give it a go. Ooh! Brain freeze. The pink lemonade is really coming on strong, and then the mango is like a very sweet finish. That's my official taste test, and this is delicious. Perfect for a hot summer day. Some of the other flavors that I was not brave enough to try were fire, toxic waste, and one that's literally called legit. Jerry's is open year-round and only accepts cash, so don't forget your dollar bills, y'all. Number 15, dig into some classic Memphis-style barbecue. And for that, we are headed to Central Barbecue, which is consistently named one of the best places for barbecue in Memphis. And it's also where the locals come, which honestly says a lot because Memphians know a thing or two about what makes good BBQ. Four thumbs up. Number 16, hang out at Railgarten. This old midtown rail yard has been transformed into this multi-purpose hangout situated on 1.5 acres and is home to a bar, beer garden, music venue, shipping containers, volleyball courts, and plenty of places for you to kick back, relax, and enjoy the best live music Memphis has to offer. I know it's kind of hard to summarize all the things that Railgarten has to offer, but kind of one of those epic destinations you just need to see for yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Come on, I got a drink for you and everything. You know you want to. Thanks for traveling through Memphis with me. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see how all of this fits perfectly into a 4-day itinerary, check the link in the description of this video. Plus, if you're looking for more travel guides, tips, etc., just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We know you want to. Oh, and while we're here, if I forgot anything, would you please drop your Memphis Rex in the comments of this video? Because I am definitely making a trip back here. But until that time, I will catch you guys next week.